Navigating through the energies of New Earth is not an easy process and can become extremely overwhelming at times. As we all ascend into higher frequencies, we're all being guided to embrace our own unique divine pathway, a pathway created in the vibration of love. Join Vibe Nation radio host, international psychic medium Carrie Turcotte, as she guides her listeners to rediscover themselves by accessing the keys of knowledge that already exist within. Each week's show is divinely orchestrated to intertwine with the universal energies, allowing the listeners to go deeper within and understand the message being shared even greater. When you live in the frequency of love, there is no competition, so Carrie will be joined regularly by fellow soul family members who will bring forth wisdom and knowledge she knows should be shared on a global level. At the end of each show, Carrie will tap into the energies of the listeners to see what message Spirit wants to share with all those listening in for the upcoming week. If you really want to get to know who you truly are, come and join us now on Vibe Nation Radio, here on the IOM Radio Network.
Hello, and welcome to Vibe Nation Radio on this beautiful day, the first day of the 5D Matrix. And I'm so excited to have my beautiful soul sister, Amy Hollywood, back with me. Hello, Amy.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining me for part 2. We're going to continue on our conversation that we had last week, because last week we were not in the bubble had not burst and the 5D Pandora's box hadn't opened yet. So now we are in the new, and I thought I would just continue on this conversation with Amy, and we have a lot to talk about because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on out there in social media that is really blocking people from furthering their soul journey. And, you know, if you're a twin, I'm sure one of the first things you learned when you realized you're a twin was that not all twins are meant to reunite and come into union in this lifetime. Would you not agree, Amy?
Correct. That is rule number 1.
Like everybody kind of knows, like if, you know, not all twins are meant to come into union. And yet recently with people listening to their souls and their soul guiding them and God telling them that they are not meant to be reunited and come into union with their twin in this lifetime and to move forward to create magic with a soulmate. But yet people turn around and pounce on these people. And I don't get it. It does not make any sense at all. Think about it, my friends. It doesn't make sense. If everybody knows you're not meant to be, not all twins are meant to be, why would you judge a twin, a true authentic twin? And there's twins out there that are sharing so much love and wisdom and guidance with other people. And the minute they speak their truth because it doesn't align with someone else's truth, you're going to jump on him. Believe me, you know, shake your head. And if you're a twin, you need to shake it again because that is not love. That is not the vibration of love. And that's not sharing the love. Like, what is that? I'm very disappointed with a lot of people that are not taking control of their own soul journey. This is a sacred journey back to one. What does sacred mean? Personal, between you and God. Okay, you and your beloved are already one. So, you know, you don't need to put that person into the equation. They're already there. You know? So I think it's really important that people realize we're in the new. There is no twin flame guidebook or a handbook that came with you to say, oh, this is the way it is. Because none of us on this planet have ever been through this before. None. Today is the first day, brand new. We are here now. I don't have a handbook. Do you have a handbook, my dear?
No, I don't. But if I can find one, I'll let you know.
Exactly. So, again, this is unique. This is sacred. This is you. This is a soul journey. You must listen to your soul. And, you know, because we've never been through this before, that's why we don't have a twin flame guidebook or a handbook, because none of us have experienced this. And if we're going to go with the numbers per se, say there's 144,000 twins on this planet, and there's 7 billion plus people. That means each twin has about 50, million people that they need to help. They need to transmute dark into light. So the handbook that you're writing is for those that are going to be coming behind you that you're going to help. Like, again, you have to experience this, my friends. This is new. We haven't been through it before, so how can anybody say this is the way it is? They can't.
Right.
So, I mean, I know I'm coming out hard right out of the gate, but you need to shake your head, my friends, and realize that if you're judging other people, look in the mirror. Why are you judging other people? Obviously, that's something you have to get out of yourself.
Right.
Stop
it's triggering something in, yes. Yeah, it's triggering something
your
inside
shadow side.
of you.
Right. You know? And what does it do? Those that are getting upset, this is triggering them to think, oh, my God, what happens if I'm not meant to be with my beloved? Oh, my God, I can't believe this is how. It freaks them out because a leader has stepped forward and announced to the world his truth because he's listening to his soul and what God is telling him. So, my friends, go within and ask yourself, why did that trigger you? Why were you not sending him love? And saying, oh, my God,
and supporting him.
Yeah.
Right, and supporting him. And, you know, if you go back to the numbers, just like you said, there's 144,000. Guess what? There's 144,000 handbooks. They're all different. Every single one of us is different. So we can't really put it in that kind of a category.
Yep. And again, it's just, if you think about it, you know, I've gotten emails from people to say, oh, my gosh, I've heard that if I don't stay, you know, on track and sit back and wait for my beloved, that I will never be in mission. Well, let this lady tell you, you know, you can throw that one out to the like water too, or whatever that saying is, because here I am in completely solo mission, and yet I'm helping people on a global level. So there's another myth. Just throw it right out there, my friends. Like, you really need to, this is not a rocket science journey. It's very simple, easy peasy.
Right.
You know?
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you know, it's the basics. It's difficult to navigate it through, but people are making a lot more out of this journey than they need to.
Yes. Where I think this is where we can probably jump right into focusing too much on our beloved, and when we do that, the kind of, you know, storm that can brew inside of our head and our mind from doing that too much.
Oh yeah, the imagination. You start throwing Mr. Expectation and Mr. Assumption in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's important that you don't allow this to happen, because when you start to co-create things that you have no idea could actually be truth, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. And that's why it bothers me that people are out there saying, this is a date, all twins are coming together, get ready, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's unique. Everyone's different. You know, and if that date comes up, what happens? People get disappointed to say, oh, my God, there's something wrong with me, because, you know, all these people are saying that, you know, this was when it was going to take place, and here I am still soul by myself, no contact. You know, you're putting yourself into a headspin.
Yeah, I get a lot of people who, will contact me after certain, you know, leaders and that kind of stuff will put out dates. Well, this date, this date, this date. And they'll contact me. They're like, well, I can't be a twin flame because I didn't come into reunion with my beloved on, you know, this date, you know, 3 weeks ago. I'm like, who gave you that date? It's your date. It has been picked by yourself, your beloved, and God, and no one else is going to be able to tell you that. No one.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like it's in your soul. It's your soul. You need to listen to this is a soul journey, my friend.
Yes.
You know, and because you're only half a soul, you know, you got to go that much deeper.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, it's you know, a lot of people that are new to this, it's not like God split you in half and gave each one of you like half the soul. You guys chose to separate in masculine and feminine energies and go into two different vessels.
Right.
So when we say that you and your beloved are always one, you are always one on an energetic level, but you have to work with your beloved on an energetic level, because that's all you truly have when you're not physically together.
Yes.
And even when you are, you don't control your beloved's psyche. They got to figure the boys out themselves. You know?
Right. Yes.
Too many people allow the ego to come out and allow the boys to co-create something that truly is even not happening. It is because of your repeated patterns. And I was guided to talk about this. Amy and I talked yesterday briefly, and it came up, and it's coming up again, that if you want to do a really good exercise, to see the illusion that you have created in your life, contact a friend from the past that something happened, and nothing major, but something that you're like, yeah, I'd love to know what their side of the story is. Go and have a coffee. But you must listen to what they have to say. Tell them to do the Coles notes, your take of what went down. And then say, okay, now that you've said you have said, I'm going to say what I have to say. And I guarantee you, my friends, you'll be sitting there and your mouth will want to drop because neither one of you experienced anything to like. Two completely different experiences. And this is something you can do with your family. I wouldn't say, get the whole family. There's a major brawl going on with the family. Don't do this. But if there's something that's gone down a few years ago that you've all gotten over it, sit the family down and give everybody, you've got 10 minutes, 15 minutes to explain to me and all of us what you experienced when this happened. And I guarantee you will be blown away when you realize that everyone had a different experience. You have common denominators.
Right. Yeah, you'll have certain. Yep, you'll see that, what they perceived on their side is completely different than yours. You'll have the common things of what happened, but then the way they took it, the feelings they had, the way they interpreted it, the way, all of that kind of stuff, the way they thought about it afterwards, they're going to be different. And it's very common in twin flames.
Absolutely. And this just allows you to see that when you're out there in real life, to see how much of an illusion you've created in your life. It blows your mind. I remember talking to someone I hadn't seen for 25 years, and I said to them after, wow, that was like a slap in the face. And they're like, I didn't slap you. And I said, oh, you did. You just don't realize it. And it was because 25 years ago, we allowed other people to co-create what happened. And either one of us, we couldn't trust the other. It was like, oh my gosh, I didn't do that. Other people created it for us. So, again, we're creating things we don't want in our lives, friends. So we'll be back in a moment, and we'll get deeper into this conversation. Talk to you soon.
Okay. All right.
Your conscious lifestyle on steroids. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM. As difficult as it is to believe, there are places in Africa where human traffickers sell albino children and their body parts for use in magic rituals. Humanity Healing International is actively working in Uganda to change this paradigm. The Albino Rescue Project finds albino children who are at risk and places them in safe schools and environments where they can learn and grow free from fear. To learn more or to sponsor a child, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
The truth is, you can't change the world if you're broke. I know, I tried. Isn't it time you turned your life's calling into a profitable, freedom-based business? I'm Michelle Barr. Join me every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern for Sacred Success.
There is no death, only a change of worlds. Chief Seattle. Deborah Livingston is an award-winning intuitive psychic medium whose international services include mediumship, spiritual assessment, animal communication, and spiritual mentoring. She is a published author and a trained shaman. Deborah provides evidential messages from spirit and departed loved ones. Learn more at deblivemedium.com. That's DEBLIV medium.com.
How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper car, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hello and welcome back to Vibe Nation Radio, where today my special guest, Amy Hollywood, and I are talking about welcoming everybody to the new 5D Matrix. So why don't we talk a little bit more about this and what it means to the twins. I know that, you just need to understand that this Pandora's box that opened up, it's a 5D Pandora's box, and we've been working on it since the solstice and filling it with beautiful golden nuggets and gems, which are vibrations of love. So knowing that when the bubble burst today, which was the incubation period, was over, and we're now connected to the 5D matrix, freely, that you could bring in these beautiful vibrations to start manifesting them within your reality, because again, there's 3D, 4D, and 5D energies connected to the matrix, but never before were you able to connect freely into this 5D till now. So we're here.
Right.
So, everybody give yourself a big hand. You made it. And I think it's important that people understand that this is also during the Lion's Gate energy. So if those that are not really familiar with the Lion's Gate, it's a planetary new year that takes place every year. And this year it started on July 26th. And the energy picks up and comes to its max on August 8th, which just happens to be my dad's day he got the golden wings. He's sitting up there like cheering himself on. And it closes on, and the energy closes on the 12th. And this year, the energies that we are being given from the universe is in 7th dimension energies. So this is saying that, in the Vibe Report we've been talking about that we've been opening up to the divine gateway up into the cosmos, and this is allowing you to be able to tap into 7th dimensional energies should your soul wish to, if you're ready. And 7th dimensional energies are masters. That's a mastery level. And this is saying that you have the ability as a twin to tap into these mastery energies to open up the wisdom and knowledge that already lies within the soul, so you can help humanity through the shift. But it's completely up to you what you decide to do. If you're going to sit there and start worrying about your beloved and what's going on with them, blah, 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 sorry, you're going to miss the porthole. The door's going to shut in your face. And where would you be? Right where you were when it opened up. Don't do this to yourself, my friend. We're transmuters. We're here to shift the 3D lower vibrations into 5D plus, going up to 7D, if you can maintain that within your soul. It's there, but you have the ability to tap into it. Right? So
I think, Carrie, some of our listeners probably are not familiar with 7D energy, especially just because they're probably just learning about 5D. So we should, maybe just talk a little bit more about that, of what that's like. Does that make sense to you?
Well, when you get to 5D, it's a frequency and love. It's where people go in meditation, or when they've been able to quiet the mind and they're just listening to the soul. So you don't actually need to be in, meditation moment. You could be looking out at the lake or doing dishes or whatever. But this is where you start to know that everything just is, and you accept and live in the moment. And when you go into the 6th and 7th dimensions, this is more of a Christ consciousness level, where you are tapping into galactic connections. You are tapping into ancestry galactic energies through this. This is, they want us to be able to know that the answers are there within the soul if you would just quiet the mind and listen. And the only person that can do this is you. This is your soul journey. And that's why we're being so tough on people right now to say, please, I've said this from the day I opened up the embassy. Take into that which resonates with your soul and let go of the rest. Again, we are all on different soul journeys. Take in that resonates with you and let go of it. It's people, I can't state this enough. You want to have the flow of love going through you. And how could you have the flow of love going through you if you're judging other people?
Yes.
Take a look
and
at,
I think that's
why, at yourself.
Yep. And that's kind of why we felt that. That's why we felt that this was so important to talk about. Is here we are, 5D energy. Here we are in the state of love, and yet we're still having a lot of 3D stuff come in. Where as twin flames, we vibrate higher. We know better in our soul. We know better, and if you can quiet and just think and listen, you feel it and you know it. And I don't have to really explain that too much to most people who are twin flames and know that they're twin flames. That I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Energy's coming in. That this is the most important thing for our community right now, because there's so much energy shifts. There's so many planetary things that are coming in the future that this is, I don't want to say crisis mode, but this is urgency. This is urgency for everybody to chill out. Just chill out and let's focus on what we know we have to do with our soul.
Yeah. And think about it. Here we are trying to bring heaven to earth. And how do we do this? By, going through spirit and body, which is the soul. And to be able to ground yourself right now is so important. If you are not taking time to go out and be in nature and ground with Mother Earth, you will turn into a spun monkey. It is so important right now. Gaia has, go into her heart center and ground and connect with her and send her the love, and she will give it back to you. She will help you ground. You can see what's going on in nature right now. There's things that are taking place out there that, I can go outside and sit on my porch and watch the trees across the street, and they actually wave now. They move. I can see the illusion that we've created. It's kind of cool, but I don't live in that vibration 24/7 because I would wig out. Right? So, again, this is about going with the flow, my friends. You're not going to go up to 7th dimension and stay there because you'd blow up. You could not be in 7th dimension all day, every day in a 3D reality. It just won't happen. That means you're going to the other side if that takes place. So don't allow yourself to get trapped in the fear and anxiety that's going on this planet. Because if you're concerned about what other people are doing in their life and not putting that energy on yourself, again, shake your head.
Yes.
What does it really matter? Because, again, it's I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I feel like I'm being pounced on by spirit to say, you just need to understand that this is a month that we have been told in the vibe reports that we're going to have to choose our battles. In everything in life. Life is in our face, and we have to be able to choose what's best for our soul. And they're really talking about how we have to use our creative life source energy, the sacral chakra. And why? Because we are co-creators. We're here to co-create. And if you're sacral chakra and you're not using your creative life source energy, what are you doing? You're talking on social media, probably. Putting down your beloved. And those that name beloved, shame on you. You know what? You shouldn't be posting your beloved's name and stuff out there. That's something in twin community that it's sacred. You might say it to people's names, like people like tap in and say, "Oh, I know who your twin is," and no one's going to lie about it. But it doesn't matter who the person's name is. It doesn't matter. And if you're somebody who's a twin and you go ahead.
Oh no, you don't want other people vibing on your future union, your energy. And when you start, blabbing is the word they want me to use, about certain things, you get other people either, depending on where they are spiritually, what kind of energy they're going to put onto you. Could be jealousy, it could be anger, it could be trying to block you, but it also could be love. However, I find that the more social media stuff where you're kind of talking about this often, it's doing more harm than good. That's just what I have to say. I can't really word it any other way other than you're blocking your own progression. And it's important for you to use this sacral energy and your soul energy for yourself and not to give it away to everybody else.
And that's why a lot of people disappear off Facebook every once in a while too. They need to go back in. They can't handle the energy of all these people. And if you follow the Embassy of Light, you'll find there's people that make comments and stuff, but it's not a very yappy community. And it's because most of the people that are following the Embassy don't want people to know they're a twin or they haven't come out of the twin closet yet. It doesn't really matter. I don't judge anybody, and I don't go on there and say, "Oh my God, 10,000 people have actually." It's reached 10,000 people, but only 8,000 people have seen it, but I've only got 2 likes. Who cares? I know 8,000 people opened up the friggin' message and read it. My friends, you have to understand that, in our soul family, we don't judge in any way. I get hundreds of emails from people that, "Oh, I love this, I love that, blah, blah," but they can't do this in share it because they're not there on their journeys. I don't judge them for it. If you're not ready to come out of the twin closet and announce to the world you're a twin, that's okay. That's your journey. That's your soul journey. I have no, I embrace it. I don't put it as a title because I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. I'm here to help Gaia and help them shift. This is about a soul journey, and it doesn't matter if you're half a soul us crazy twins, and said, sure, let's do all this and give us up half a soul. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Right.
And then there's the rest of the soul family going, you guys are crazy, I'm coming down as whole, And those are the people who are anchors in our family,
Mm-hmm.
The anchors are those that chose to have a full soul. They're still part of our soul family. Our soul family just isn't twins,
Right.
It's important that people understand this, and you know this. The soul family is so important, especially for the twin journey.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know you're not alone. Mm-hmm. We're all helping one another.
Right. Family is supporting, and it's encouraging, and it doesn't matter. Even if, one thing that I've seen is somebody will make a decision based on what their soul is telling them to do. But others will think that that's the wrong decision for themselves. And this is what we were talking about earlier. And in the soul family, it's unconditional love, and that's what we do. So I think, they're making me talk about this again because you need to be supportive of each other. And when you find those people who are at the same vibration, the same soul family as you hold on to them and you support them. Yep. No matter if they take 10 right turns that you think they should not take, it doesn't matter. You still support them and you encourage them and you're there for them. They're kind of being mean about it. They're kind of like, yeah, they do. Because we decided how we were going to get there, the way we decided we were going to get there. But, the boys and my grandma are here, and they're like, make sure you're very clear on family and family values and supporting each other. This is very, very important in our journey right now. So absolutely, and that's why we're talking about this, because it is important. So we'll talk about this a little bit deeper when we get back from the commercial break. We'll see you all back soon.
Free your mind with OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Have you ever wondered how to change your love paradigm? The secret key is finding a love partnership, not just a regular connection. How do you find these? Through conscious relationships. Ascending Hearts Dating is a dating site for people like you that believes in second chances and a different type of spiritual connection. Try Ascending Hearts for free today at ascendinghearts.com and change your love paradigm. Ascending Hearts, the premier dating community for the spiritually awake.
Eros Evolution is where sexuality and spirituality meets. Join me, clinical sexologist Martha Tara Lee, on Eros Evolution on Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio.
When Dad needed help getting around, I became his driver. Soon enough, it was up to me to be his housekeeper and financial manager, too. When he moved in, I became his cook and even his nurse. But no matter what roles I play, I know I'm still his daughter.
We understand the roles you play. So to help, we created aarp.org/caregiving, where you can connect with experts and other caregivers. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hello and welcome back to Vibe Nation Radio, where today my special guest Amy Hollywood and I have been talking about how we've stepped into the new today. And just before we went into commercial break, we were talking about the importance of the soul family and how important it is to understand that, we work together to help each other. And when one soul family member has a down day, other soul family members will be having great days, which will pull up the frequency that they're connected to, because we're connected to a frequency band. You and your beloved have your own unique frequency that no one else in all of the universe has. But you're in a frequency band, so you can work with the soul family. And, I work with twins all over the world, and I work with a lot of twins who are either they are the celebrity themselves or their beloved is the celebrity. But I work with people whose beloved are a household name. Like anywhere on the planet, you could say this person's name and they would be known. But in our soul family, they're just another soul family member. Doesn't, I just don't be fearful of opening up because of your 3D status. is what I'm getting from Spirit. You know, that you need to understand that that's why we just call them beloveds. It's my beloved and I, you know, and, you know, when Amy talks about her beloved, like, you know, it's just you send love to them. It doesn't matter who they are. They're part of the family.
Right.
And everybody has who they are on the planet right now is going to help in the bigger picture, because every single one of us has gone through everything that we need to know up to now to step into mission. You don't need to know anything else, because you'll start to remember through what you already know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep, it does. Yeah, absolutely. It makes perfect sense. I think that there's a lot of focus on, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Well, yes, you are. You're doing exactly what you need to do. Even if you feel like you're floundering, well, that's what you need to do right now, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that the more that we kind of relax and just let flow and universal flow and, you know, Earth give us the energy that we need, the easier it is, I feel, for me. And I feel that since that I've been able to connect with that and just let it go. May not like it. I'm not saying I'm going to like it all the time. I can just, I know in my heart of hearts, I know in my soul that this is what needs to happen. And it's a lot easier than resisting. It's much harder to resist. And it works out pretty well. Yeah.
Well, you're going into inner stillness and you're going into peace, right? And that peace is really what you want to feel at a soul level. And it's almost like Spirit is saying to me that, you know, you want to ensure that when you throw out the intention and you focus on that, which is snapshots that we do, again, just let it be that vibration of love out there and don't assume how that's going to take place. This is, again, we have to learn to trust what our soul is telling us. And, you know, again, there's not enough people going within to figure out their own soul journey. They're still listening to other people's perspectives, which is changing their perspective, which is slowing down, you know, the process of wherever you're going. You know, so if you're meant to be, you know, when all these people are talking to all these people, how do we not know? Like, nobody knows. Maybe they're meant to be with that soulmate, and what they're going to create with that soulmate is going to be a lot more magical than what they could have created with their beloved, because they already agreed back when that it wasn't going to come into place. So why are people judging other people? Go within. That's where the power is.
Right.
You know, I can't say this enough. Sometimes I just want to come through the computers and slap people sometimes, going, I can't wait for the new technology. We're going to have a button that pushes people and just smacks them in the face, going, hello, wake up.
Yeah, I think that's why they came down so hard on us the past couple of days to be able to give this message. I'm like, okay, enough. I got it. I'm going to do it, you know. But
there's no wrong or right. Again, this is a process. And every single person has their own process that they're going through, because what you are going through to process is helping the bigger picture, which is our mission to help shift Gaia and all of her inhabitants into the frequency of love. Yeah. So again, could we all be on the same, like, what are we going to do? All go and vacuum the same carpet? No, we have 144,000 carpets we have to vacuum. So your vacuum is going to be different and your carpet's going to be different. You know? So, you know, like, we like to have fun in this family. It's just like we've been in the washing machine for the last 7 months. And now they're giving us like a couple of days, so they throw us in the dryer. And what have they been telling us for, like, since last year? We're going in the dryer with the running shoes.
Right.
So let's ask everybody who's listening right now, if we're going to go into the dryer to get all fluffed up and to really remember like, we've been in the washing machine getting rid of all the darkness, and now the cleanser is coming through, and we're going in the dryer with the running shoes, what piece of item are you in the dryer? Are you a sock? Are you a thong? Are you a T-shirt? You know, jeans, towel, shirt? Like, what are you? Think about this for a second. Amy and I were talking about this last night, and I said we need to talk about this because it will make everybody laugh. Okay, so now that you've figured out what item you're going to be in the dryer, Amy, I want you to share with our listeners what you want to be in the dryer.
Well, I'm going to be the running shoes.
And why are you going to be the running shoes?
Because I don't want to get beat up. Everyone knows what the dryer sounds like with running shoes. And the dent, you know the sound. You've heard it a million times. and you know that those other articles are just getting kicked by these shoes, well, I'm going to be the running shoes. This is what I choose to be.
And we're laughing about this, my friends, because, again, when I channel the vibe report, they use very simple 3D scenarios to understand what we're going through. And, you know, I started to laugh because I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to be the lighter. Because how many people have turned around and gone to the dryer and go, what is that noise? I don't know what it is. Oh, it's probably the running shoes. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, they open it up and they find the light and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you left that in your pants. You could have blown up the house. And how many times have we done that?
It didn't happen. Right. It didn't happen, but it could have happened.
It didn't. Exactly. So I want to be that lighter in there that's going to put the fear of God at people that their lives are going to blow up, knowing, take a deep breath. It's all good. You might have a bad moment, but you're not having a bad life. You know,
right.
Lighters are, I'm sure they got safety guards for the dryers because they know they end up in dryers all the time. You know, I've never heard, you know, I'm not promoting you to put lighters in the dryer and see what happens, but we're trying to have fun here to say, she wants to be in there being the running shoe that, you know, she doesn't want to get beat up. She wants to walk her path. And I'm going in to kind of say, hey, I'm not afraid. You can put me as the lighter in the dryer. I'm not afraid of blowing up. You know, if I go into 7D for too long, I might blow up, but, you know, this is about channeling this wisdom and this knowledge and this energy through into this 3D reality that you live. And who grounds you to planet Earth? Gaia. That's why they're saying it's important. You've got to ground to Gaia. This will help you with that channel. Again, we're going through all of Mother Earth. We're going through the energies coming through you. It's going up through the grid, through you, through the matrix, and up into the cosmos. You're a walking powerhouse, right, my friends? And we've got the Lion's Gate open. It's, again, this is about you. So please don't allow fear and anxiety to trap you because they're brutal. And Amy, talk briefly about what you felt this morning. I think this is important.
So last night and this morning with the new 5D matrix energy, here we are, I felt a lot of anger and frustration come up. And it's very much attached to the masculine energy in all of us. And the ones who carry more masculine than feminine are probably going to feel it more. But I feel almost as if I'm living in two bodies right now. I have the peace, calm, everything's wonderful side of me, and then I have the angry and frustrated side. And I know that the angry and frustrated side it's not my energy, but I'm feeling it. And it's kind of messing with me a little bit. I have to tell you that getting used to this is going to take a little bit of time. I have to keep getting myself in check. I take walks outside, go hug a tree, put my feet in the dirt, you know, and kind of connect with Gaia, connect with Earth, and it calms it. But I can tell you that I woke up many, many times with this, and I was receiving this information, and it was pretty profound for me. And as I was, you know, doing my daily things this morning, it's different. It's very different.
Yes. It's like the flip-flop energy extraordinaire. That's what I just heard. Like we've been flip-flopping back and forth. Like think about how much we've been flipping back and forth over the last 6 weeks going, whoa, this, like the last vibe report that I did, I had a meltdown. But that's just who I am when I do the vibe reports. I'm very real. But to show people that, you know, the flipping of energy was pretty intense. It was like, whoa, especially because it was all gold energy. And I've only got like 10% of the gold. So when I get 90% thrown at me, believe me, those boys pound. Like, wow. Oh, yeah. You know, so you need to be able to embrace it, knowing that you and your beloved are one. And if you're feeling something of a lower vibration, fill it with the vibration of love, knowing that they will feel it, and whatever's going on in the boys with their psyche will help to shift. Because again, you can't crawl into their head. You can do it on an energetic level only. This is energy.
Right.
That's why you can be anywhere in the world, and your beloved can be anywhere in the world, and you can still work together on an energetic level because you are one already. It's kind of like you're calling out, like, I can hear Star Trek, beep, 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 you know, and like you're calling out to your other soul, you know, like to tap into this because you're already one.
Right.
Where are you going? You're flying around. I can feel it.
Yeah, I am. I'm flying all around. I'm still, it's that double energy going on as I'm sitting here and I'm listening, and it's still happening. I'm like, okay, come on, guys, come on, let me keep it together for a little bit. This is a definitely new energy, which I'm, part of me is very excited, and of course, the boys sneak in sometimes too. This isn't something that I've ever felt before, and it's a little scary. And, my one part of me is saying, it's okay. We signed up for this. Everything's going to be okay. The other part is like, oh, yeah, but we didn't know it was going to feel like this. And it's an internal, flip-flop between the two right now, going in and out, in and out. I'm like, get along, please.
Yeah. Well, and this is why, again, it's so important to listen to your soul. You have everything within your soul to step into your personal power and use the energies of the Lionsgate, the fact that we are now in the 5D matrix. And, again, go back. If you need to see some illusions that you still don't see the clarity of them yet, ask the person that you're involved with what they're experiencing. I'm telling you, it's a fast way to break the reality and see it shatter and to be able to move on. To say, okay, now that we figured that out, let's move forward, because, there is no wrong or right to where we're going, again, because it's all new. We've never gone through going from 3D energies into 5D energies, into 7th dimensional energies, while still alive in a physical body. Mm-hmm. So, again, if you're not listening to your soul, you're doing your soul a disfavor. You're still living in a lot of 3Ds with the fear and doubt, and you have to listen to other people. And, if something doesn't resonate with you, with what somebody has to say, if you're not resonating with what I have to say, change the channel. It's all good. Right. This is the way we work in this family. We work together.
Right.
So we're going to go to the commercial break, and then when we get back, I'm going to do the weekly reading of what I'm picking up on, and Amy can give her words of wisdom as well, since she is a medium. So we'll stand back, and we'll see what the boys of our soul family have to say.
Bringing you the best of the conscious minds in the world. OMTimes Radio, your conscious lifestyle on steroids. Being a radio host on IOM FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network.
Dr. Kevin here, and I want to invite you every Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, to join me on the Dr. Kevin Show, where we have a diversity of guests who help you step outside the box, behind the curtain, and see what a load of crap is going on in the world today, so you have more information with which to make better decisions. We'll see you there. Namaste.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back to Vibe Nation Radio, where today my special guest, Amy Hollywood, and I have been talking about the new 5D Matrix world that we're now in and how to access this energy. And really, it starts with yourself. And before I get into the weekly message, Spirit has asked me to there's a very special person of our soul family that I know that what we're talking about has triggered a lot of people. And I wanted to say to you, Dio, we love you. We are here for you. And you listen to what your soul had to say, and shame on those people that are true, authentic twins who judged you for going down your own soul path. So know we've got your back, my friend. We are your soul family. It's very important that people understand that, I take this seriously. I don't need tens of thousands of people in my soul family. I'm busy enough with a couple hundred that we've got, because we're all working, we're working on our own soul journey as well. Like so I feel that by saying this, and again, our soul family on the other side is asking me to recognize Dio for her strength and courage for coming forward and announcing to the world his soul path. A man who's, given years of information for free for everything, every message, everything was free that he did. And yet he speaks his truth. And guess what, my friends? You've now lost a very, very strong leader who knows what he's talking about because he's gone into soul solitude. If I got attacked as deep as he did, not that I would walk away because I got a serious source field here around me, but that would be my choice. You know what? If I'm going to get beat up for sharing my wisdom and knowledge of the twin journey that I know, why do I want to do it? I know what's going on. So I'll just go and live with my own life, living the life that I know that I'm capable of doing because I have a channel and I know what I'm talking about. If all the leaders started disappearing, my friends, don't judge what other people are saying because the more you judge people, the less information that is truth will be given out there. It will be nothing but garbage. So your choice. And I feel they're coming through this with a strong message to people to say, you have a conversation with yourself and send the message of love to the universe because right now a lot of people aren't doing that. And they're saying that the feminine energy is in the power right now. So use that feminine, strong, solid. And again, even if you're the masculine twin, use that feminine energy. I'm feeling it's actually in a good place. So it's easy for us to tap into this, especially with line gate energy that's taking place. But still too many people are focusing on what they don't want instead of what they do want. But the feminine side that gives you that stability, again, focus on that, they're saying, because this is going to allow you to create that tree of life that you know you're worthy of. Because you're not going to conform to this anymore. But if you're still boo-hoo-hoo, poor me, can't believe this is happening to me, especially they're saying the feminine energy is doing this to the masculine energies, again, slap yourself in the face. Go within and feel the love between the two of you, knowing that whatever's meant to be is meant to be. If they are with someone else in the physical and God is telling you to wait, then wait. It means that person needs to learn a lesson. And that lesson, that soul lesson they need to learn, they cannot learn the soul lessons with you because you are them. So people, you wonder why you get together with your twin and all of a sudden they run? It's because they got lessons to learn and they got to learn them quickly. So they have to run for you. Look at it that way.
Exactly.
I want people to you can't learn it with your beloved. And if God's telling you, you know what, you and your beloved are not meant to be together in this lifetime, you're meant to create love with this person who is a soulmate, then go. And if anybody decides to tell you otherwise, you're doing yourself a disfavor. Stop it. The universe is saying things are going to start to happen so fast that if you're not listening to your soul, you're going to end up in a completely different place than you truly want to be. Because the power to manifest is more warp speed now, my friends. We're here. We're in this energy. Heaven and earth is here.
Yeah.
So are you going to go back to hell? Yeah.
It's
go ahead.
That you said that the energy is here right now. We may have been tough and hard today and getting across a very important message, but this is a powerful, powerful time right now. From now until the end of the year, it is at our fingertips. So let's band together and let's fix the crap that we need to fix, and let's go forward. We don't need to spend any more energy on the bad stuff. Yes, absolutely.
We love sharing the love in our soul family. Sharing the love, we're sharing the love, and helping one another. Like when I heard what Dio did, I was so happy for him. I was like, kudos for you, buddy. You found that love that we're all here to experience. It's there. And why did God give him that love? Because he's been doing his work. He's been working his mission. Okay? And that's why I say, it's the family love, sharing the love. This is what it's all about. That's what the twins are here to do. And if you and your twin come together and reunite and come into union, that means the energy and knowledge carried within the masculine is going to blend with the wisdom and knowledge carried in the feminine. And you're going to come together, and what are you going to create? New. Because you've never done this before. None of us have. We are here in pivotal times in the universe. This is historical times in the universe. So be grateful that you're here. Yes. We are making history. And if you are a twin flame, You are one of the most powerful souls on this planet. Please remember this. You know, don't allow somebody else's perspective to change you. If you're a master of soul to help people find themselves in their lives, why would you be listening to what other people say when you're like, it doesn't really resonate to me, but I'm going to allow their words to, like, you know, play with me for a little bit, and I'm going to start to believe what they're saying, even though I know it's not my truth, because I'm too busy on social media. Now all of a sudden I've got everybody else sucking my energy out of me because of all the comments that I'm making that are in lower vibrations. Guess what, my friends? Words and comments on Facebook are vibrations. So again, I'm just giving you a little lesson here. This is very simple. Stay off social media. If you can't say anything nice, don't say nothing at all. I can hear Thumper now. And then, what was that movie with Bambi? If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
I've seen it too, absolutely.
What's going to happen? Just know that the universe is Thumper, and Thumper's going to kick you in the face if you put somebody down. You can't do that now. You know? Keep your mouth shut. Go write them a letter and tell them how you feel about their reality, which really has nothing to do with you, and get it out of your system. Because it's not your reality to complain about. Stop it.
Right. Complain about your own stuff. That's it. Don't even do that.
Exactly. It's, you know, it's very simple, and I'm not trying to come down hard at anybody, and I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, she's kind of bullying us. I'm not bullying you. I'm trying to speak truth to you, to know that nobody but you and God and your beloved know where you're going. So listen to what the soul is telling you. Go into soul time. Very important. The Lionsgate's going to be come and gone before you know it. We've only been in it for a few days, and you can feel the energy wrapping up, especially now that the bubble has burst and we're in 5D matrix. Our Pandora's box has opened up. That's why Spirit was saying you're going to have to choose your battle. But use your creative life source energy, which is what you are, to get through this. You know, when all of a sudden somebody comes and tries to throw something at you, you know, turn around and blast them with your sacral energy and say, you know what? You need to go have some fun. Because if somebody's judging you, they're not having fun. They don't, again, it's a reflection of who they are. Remember that, my friend. If you're judging other people, smack yourself in the face and look in the mirror. What is the universe trying to tell you?
Right.
So it's not an easy journey, my friends. And, you know, we've all been through it. I'm not sitting here saying I haven't been through this, because I have. We all go through it. We're human. We're still having a human experience. It comes with emotions. But these emotions is what you need to control, because emotions is feelings, and how do you get back with your beloved? Through your feelings. So you need to get a wrap on these guys and know that the psyche is a completely different ballgame, right? But the psyche will control your feelings. So think about that for a few minutes. Right? People are like, oh, wow, this is really not that difficult, but it does make sense, and I'm seeing it now. And it's just like, as much as people say they get it, that their beloved and them are one, I still know that at deepest soul level, most people can't still wrap that around their head.
Yeah, I think we all take 2 steps forward, 1 step back for, you know, a certain amount of time of our journey, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast at this point. But if we can help you take, 5 steps forward before you take 1 step backwards, you'll get there faster.
Absolutely. And again, it's not that you're going to get there faster, you're going to get through the process easier. Because again, it's not
easier.
a race.
That's a better way to put it. It's easier.
Yeah. It's easier for you to go through the process when you're not fighting it. Again, remember the mirror. You are a magic mirror with you and your beloved. So, and believe me, I know a lot of people that have decided to be with soulmates. I know people that are twins that are in soulmate relationships, and again, I see people who are in soulmate relationships that are actually in mission. So again, we are in new. There is no law. There is no twin flame handbook. There is no nothing. Like, we are creating this now. So remember, this is a sacred journey back to one. If this is a sacred journey back to one, allow your sacred journey to be sacred, knowing that in the bigger scheme of things, you're one of 144,000 playbooks that are about to come out for Gaia to use on a collective level. You are going through this for a reason. And everyone is unique. Again, I don't know too many of us that are on the same carpet in it up, right?
No, there'll be the calling cards. There'll be some similarities, but I don't know one person who's on the exact same path as I am, or you are, or, you know, any of the other people that we know. They're all different.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah. The calling cards are there to keep you in check, to know their soul family, and you're navigating through the same energies. But what you experience is personal to you and your soul. So honor your soul, my friends, and spend time in soul solitude when meaning shut down. That's inner stillness, to find that peace and harmony, you know, that compassion and love that you are truly made of. That's who you are at a soul level. So share the love, right? So any last words of wisdom, my friend, before we, because this is going to be coming to a wrap in a moment.
Right. No, I don't think so. I think that one thing, for some reason, my grandmother wants me to pass this on. In those moments when we're struggling and having a hard time, that we should do something nice for someone else, because it'll raise our vibration and help out Gaia.
Beautiful. And what do we keep saying? Sharing the love, my friends. Sharing the love. That's what we do the best. So share the love this week. Go within. Feel your beloved within your soul. And know that only you and God truly knows where you're going. And if you're meant to be with a soulmate, love that soulmate for all that they are, knowing that you are following your soul. And only your soul knows the way. I'll see you guys all next week. Love you. And thanks again, Amy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful week. And what are we going to do? We're going to share the love, right?
Yeah. Yes.